Perhaps the biggest matchup of the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals is the rematch of last year's final between Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. A lot has changed on both sides since then, and we break down the arguments why each side might prevail in Wednesday's matchup. CBS Sports soccer editor Mike Goodman and soccer insider Jonathan Johnson set out the arguments for which team comes out on top in this thrilling matchup. As always, you can catch all the UEFA Champions League soccer on Paramount+. Bayern Munich's main argument for why they'll be able to handle the perennial French powerhouse of PSG rests less with what's going on in Germany and more with what's going on in France. Bayern have been good, although not quite as good as they were last season. In attack, although the goal scoring has remained constant in the Bundesliga, 2.94 per match last season to 2.93 this season, the team's expected goals have actually declined from 2.66 per match to 2.27, suggesting that the side is relying on the kind of excellent finishing form that comes and goes while the actual quality of chances they're creating is somewhat in decline, a point which is particularly notable as they come into this tie without star striker Robert Lewandowski. Defensively, the story is much the same, if not even a little bit worse. Bayern are allowing 1.30 goals per match this season, up from 0.94 last season, although that increase has only come with a modest jump in expected goals allowed from 1.15 to 1.19. Again, none of this is bad, it's just a little bit worse than Bayern's monster season last year. What's important for this matchup, however, is that being just a little bit worse than last year should be more than enough to take care of a PSG side that has been struggling with indifferent, at least by PSG standards, form all season long. Anytime two superclubs square off, it's tempting to view their matchup as an even contest. But that's simply not the case between these two this season. Rather, Bayern Munich is the favorite, and PSG is the underdog. There are 8 teams left in the competition, and Bayern is the second favorite to win the whole thing at +350, while PSG are fifth favorite of the 8 teams left at +800, all odds via William Hill Sportsbook. That's not to say PSG can't stage an upset, but merely that the state of play is that Bayern are a better team, and should expect to advance. The fact that Bayern are weaker than they were last year might eventually matter in this tournament, but it's not enough to make them vulnerable to PSG, unless they play poorly and manage to give the French side a little bit of help along the way. Mike Goodman craving even more coverage of the world's game? Listen below and follow Qué Golazo, a daily CBS Soccer podcast where we take you beyond the pitch and around the globe for commentary, previews, recaps and more.